Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got some seriously exciting news for anyone hitting or nearing that big 65 milestone. There's a $1,622 Social Security payment coming your way soon if you're eligible. And trust me, you're going to want to know all about this. Anthony Lane dropped this bombshell on March 18th, 2025. And it's a huge deal for millions of Americans staring down retirement. With prices climbing for everything from groceries to gas, that $1,622 a month could be a lifeline, especially if Social Security's your main gig in retirement. But here's the thing. It's not just about waiting for the check to magically show up. You've got to know if you qualify, when it's coming, how to apply, and even some slick tricks to make it work harder for you. So, grab a coffee, or maybe a snack, because this is going to be a long one, and let's unpack every single detail about this $1,622 Social Security payment for 65-year-olds. Oh, and if you love getting the inside scoop on money moves like this, stick around to the end and hit that subscribe button. I'd love to keep you posted on stuff that can boost your wallet. All right, let's dive in. So, what's the buzz about this $1,622 payment? Well, it's the average Social Security benefit hitting eligible 65-year-olds in 2025. And it's coming soon. Like, really soon, depending on your birthday. Social Security's been a cornerstone for retirees forever, helping folks pay the bills when the paychecks stop. And this year, it's getting a little extra juice thanks to a 2.5% cost of living adjustment, COLA for short. That bumps there to keep up with inflation, because let's face it, $1,622 doesn't stretch as far as it used to when eggs are $4 a dozen and rent's through the roof. Now, $1,622 is the average, so your actual check might be a bit higher or lower, depending on your work history. But it's a solid ballpark for folks turning 65. And here's the kicker. This isn't some one-time bonus. It's a monthly payment that could keep rolling in for years, giving you a steady base to build your retirement around. Imagine $1,622 landing in your account every month. Groceries covered, maybe a little left for a weekend getaway. Sounds pretty sweet, right? But before you start counting that cash, let's talk about who's eligible, because not everyone at 65 gets this automatically. To qualify for Social Security at 65, you need at least 40 work credits. That's basically 10 years of working jobs where you paid Social Security taxes. You can earn up to 4 credits a year, and in 2025, it takes about $1,730 in earnings to snag 1 credit. So, if you've been working steady since your 20s, like flipping burgers, teaching kids, or crunching numbers in an office, you've probably got those 40 credits locked down. If you're a little spotty on work history, maybe you took time off or worked under the table, you might need to double-check. Oh, and you've got to be a U.S. citizen or legal resident? No exceptions there. Now, 65 is a big age, because it's when a lot of folks start thinking about claiming benefits, even though the full retirement age, FRA, is 67 if you were born in 1960 or later. Claiming at 65 means you're taking it early, which cuts your payment a bit, but that $1,622 average still applies for many at that age based on their earnings. Spouses or survivors can get in on this too. If your partner worked, you might claim off their record. Unsure? You can peek at your status online with a My Social Security account at SSA.gov. Super easy, and we'll get to that in a sec. Let's talk timing, because when that $1,622 hits your account matters. Social Security's got this staggered schedule based on your birth date, and it's like clockwork every month. If you were born between the 1st and 10th, your payment lands on the 2nd Wednesday. Like January 8th, 2025, born 11th to 20th? You're cashing in on the 3rd Wednesday, January 15th. And if your birthday's 21st to 31st, it's the 4th Wednesday, January 22nd. Mark your calendar, because that's when the money flows if you've got direct deposit set up. No direct deposit? You'll get a check in the mail, but it might lag a day or two, so get that bank account linked. It's 2025 after all. Picture this. You're turning 65 on March 25th, so your first payment could hit April 23rd if you apply now. That's $1,622 to kick off spring. Maybe you treat yourself to a new gardening setup or just stash it for a rainy day. The schedule's the same every month, so once you're in, you can plan around it like clockwork. How do you get this rolling? Applying for that $1,622 payment is pretty straightforward, but you've got to take the reins. Step 1. Head to SSA.gov and set up a My Social Security account if you don't have one. It's your golden ticket to check credits, earnings, and even apply online. Step 2. Round up your paperwork, birth certificate, Social Security card, W-2s or tax returns if you were self-employed. You're proving who you are and what you've earned, so don't skip the details. Step 3. Apply. You can do it right on SSA.gov. Takes about 15 minutes if you're quick. Or call 1-872-1213. Or swing by your local SSA office if you're old school. Processing takes 6 to 12 weeks, so if you're 64 now, don't wait. Get it in before your birthday to avoid a gap. Once approved, that $1,622, or your custom amount, starts flowing on your scheduled Wednesday. I knew a guy, Tom, who turned 65 last year, applied online, had his docs ready, and bam, his first check hit right on time. No fuss, no muss. Now, let's get savvy. How do you max out this $1,622, or even push it higher? Timing's everything with Social Security. Claiming at 65 is fine, but it's early, so you're taking a hit, about 13.33% less than your FRA amount. Say your FRA benefit is $1,850. At 65, it drops to around $1,622. But if you wait until 67, you get that full $1,850. And if you hold off until 70, it jumps 24% higher. Think $2,294 a month. That's an extra $672 over the 65 amount every month for life. Here's a story. My Aunt Sue waited until 70, and her check's over $2,500 now. She's living it up with trips to see her grandkids. Another trick? Work longer. Your benefit's based on your 35 highest earning years. So if you've got some low years, like that summer you sold lemonade instead of punching a clock, sticking it out can bump your average. Maybe you pick up part-time consulting at 64. Could mean $100 more a month down the road. Married? Check spousal benefits. You could get 50% of your partner's amount if it's higher than yours. My neighbor Dave did this. His wife's benefit was $2,000, so he took $1,000 instead of his $800. Smart move. But heads up, $1,622 isn't always $1,622 in your pocket. There's stuff that can nibble at it. Medicare. Part B premiums, $185 or so in 2025, get deducted right off the top, dropping you to $1,437 unless you've got other coverage. Taxes can bite too. If your total income, Social Security plus other stuff, tops $25,000 solo or $32,000 married, Up to 85% of your benefits might be taxable. Say you've got a pension or IRA withdrawals pushing you over. Could mean a few $100 to Uncle Sam. And if the SSA overpaid you back in the day, like they sent $1,700 when it should have been $1,600, they'll claw it back a little at a time. Keep an eye on your My Social Security account to dodge surprises. I heard about a lady, Linda, who didn't realize her Medicare kicked in. Thought her check was short until she checked online. Lesson learned. Let's zoom out for a sec. Why's this $1,622 such a big deal? With that 2.5% COLA for 2025, it's keeping pace with rising costs. But it's more than numbers. It's peace of mind, knowing you've got a steady $1,622, or close to it, every month to cover rent, meds, whatever. And if you play it right, delay claiming, work a bit longer, tweak your income, you could stretch it further. Picture this. You're 65, just applied, and that first payment hits April 9th, $1,622 in the bank. You pay the bills, grab dinner with friends, maybe start a little savings. It's not millions, but it's a foundation. The SSA's got your back here, and their site, SSA.gov, is the gold mine for all the details, schedules, calculators, the works. Don't sleep on it. Check your eligibility now and get that application in. So, wrapping this up, we covered a lot. That $1,622 Social Security payment is coming soon for 65-year-olds, and it's your shot at a solid retirement boost. Know your credits? Nail that application. Watch the schedule, and play smart to max it out. Whether it's $1,622 or more, it's money you've earned, so claim it. All right, folks, if this got you pumped, or if you've got your own Social Security tips, drop them in the comments. And please, hit that subscribe button right now. It's free, and it keeps you in the loop for more retirement gold like this. Thanks for sticking with me through this mega rundown. See you next time.